All right, guys, Genghis here, server 68. Just a little training video for you guys. So this guy right here on our team, he's been playing for a bit, but he hasn't had much PvP experience. So we're just walking him through on this little training city beside him, how to protect his troops and attack. So he just sent his attack march to Frank over here, and now he's sending marches to he's reinforcing a bunch of other teammates to hide all his troops at home, and then he will recall his attack march from Frank, and then he'll have no one left at home that can be attacked. So this is a nice way to stay safe when you're going to be, attacking a city that is nearby. This is a similar way to ghosting, only he's not going to use stamina. So he's just going to hide all the marches somewhere else. And this is a nice little way also to get his feet wet in a little PvP action. This Tacos is just, I think it's an abandoned city. I'm not quite sure what's going on with it. I've never seen anything happen with it, and I'm relatively new to the Alliance. So I'm not really too sure what it is. I hope no one gets upset that we hit their friendly city, but I think it's all in good fun. So he's still sending out a couple reinforcements, figuring it out. And yeah, so hopefully the goal of this, hopefully, is that he just learns, a couple new things that he can do and starts to enjoy the game a little bit more, right? Okay, so here's his attack march coming back. And we already talked with him. I told him, know what bubble you're going to set immediately after this, so there's no panic, right? He knows he's going to do an 8-hour bubble right after this attack, and then set a timer and be ready to set his real bubble again in 8 hours, because we all sleep for more than 8 hours, hopefully. So probably better to have a 24 or a 3-day on at that point, right? Okay, so there he goes. And yeah, and I was just going to say, and he doesn't have a full embassy size, so it's not worth us to reinforce while he does it. Okay, so he did successful attack. And let's see how quickly he bubbles. Okay, so a little slow on that bubble right now, but get it up. No, we got the fire. Maybe that was lag on my phone. I don't think so, though, but I'll just tell him on here. So hopefully he does, because right now those troops are exposed. Okay, so as we see, there are some training things to do. Oh, that was a little scary there, eh? We thought that, okay, and he's bubbled and he can, I thought for a minute there was an enemy, but I think we have a pretty friendly situation with most people. That's the only reason we tried this and set it up so that he could train a little bit. If this was a hostile server where people are not getting along, you just can't do that. So we're fortunate right now that everything is at peace and everyone has an interest in growing their own keep. So this is Genghis, server 68. Maybe you guys could try this and help out some other people in your alliances who are new to the game. Okay, so we're continuing on with the last video. So now our teammate is practicing ghosting on bosses. So he found a centaur and he's setting up some marches on them. He has set them up with different time limits. So you can see one is 60 minutes, one is 30 minutes, and he's going to keep setting them. And that way, he knows, because they're different times, he knows which one. So he just set another. He knows which one he wants to drop because they're of different time levels. So he's going to eventually cancel one of those rallies on the centaur, which is far away, and then he will only have those troops at home, and then he will attack this city. So again, just helping this guy train as he's trying to get ready for some PvP, because not everybody has this experience, right? So it looks like he has 4 marches up there. One is 60 minutes, the rest are 30 minutes, and let's see what happens. He probably has to do one more, I would think. There's 4. I'd guess he has enough troops to probably do 5 total marches. I wonder if I doubt anyone else in the server is really watching, but if they are, I'm sure they're like, what is going on over here? This guy keeps attacking this K-25 abandoned city, right? They probably think it's his alt and he's looting it, but actually, little do they know, he is training our young Jedi. So is he ready yet? Okay, so he has 4, but one of these has to get canceled. Maybe he's trying to refill the stamina. That's the downside of ghosting on bosses. I ghost on, or when I used to ghost, I would ghost on cities, but you lose your bubble right away. But I would just be extremely fast. Just throw 6 up within a couple seconds. But I had lots of practice with it, and my practice came with me getting smashed by some other people by being too slow, and I learned how to do it quickly. Okay, so it turns out he had one other march away. He was probably trying to figure that out, so he's recalling that home, and then he is going to smash this guy, making some tacos and tequila. Okay, so we should see another centaur go up, and then it will drop. The march will drop, right? So yes, he's probably finding this centaur again. I told him to bookmark it, which he said he did. So this usually obviously would be a faster process. Okay, so he has that. I don't want to type and give him any more advice because it's best that he figures this out on his own and remembers what I said. So the next advice for him coming up is to cancel one of these marches and then attack and then bubble. This time we told him he has to bubble quicker. So there's the attack. And hopefully he bubbles much quicker this time. So he should be bubbling already because the troops, once they're finished their attack march, you can bubble. So he has not bubbled. This is too slow, but he's learning. So, okay, let's bubble. There, he bubbled. Okay, so it's quicker. But so hopefully he's feeling more comfortable now, and he can go out and maybe he can find some, like someone. Yeah, okay, so someone posted above here. There are some very big abandoned cities on this server. I couldn't find it, but there are some K-35s out there, so maybe he wants to just go move around and loot them and pick up some extra resources. So this is good training for that as well. Okay, so this is Genghis, Server 68. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.